Okay, this doesn't look so laggy. I restarted my modem, so this looks a lot better. I can see myself moving and talking fluidly, so I want to apologize for that, guys. That was really really sucked to have to stop the room and then go back. I had to restart my modem with one of these. Thankfully, I had one of these little screwdrivers that are for glasses, so because the whole like microscopic. But yeah, back to the game. It was just, it's gonna just go down as a game of missed opportunities, and then Josh Allen's play is going to be the next talking point. Every talent that he possesses, whether it was the arm, the running ability, the ability to evade sacks. I mean, he had the one interception. Howard picked him off. The quarterbacks throw picks, and I love the fact they let him throw the ball. I'm going to go back to this again. I don't care that they chose not to try to kick a 59-yard field goal at the end of the half. So it was just, yeah, if they get some plays around Allen, get some players around him, it's gonna be fun to watch, because he was really a one-man band on offense. I mean, the throws that he made, he gave receivers chances. They didn't come down with the ball. It was just terrible. I mean, Zay Jones was the one guy who showed up. I don't understand what the calls that were made today were atrocious. How does he not get hit? How does he not get a roughing the passer call and the hit in the head? How do they reverse the call on the catch to Zay? They reverse the call. You know, Darth, you're right, K Beats. There's just it's just terrible. The guy has nothing. He has nothing. Yeah, exactly, Bills Mob. He spun Allen around like he spun Kiko around like a top. He's basically a one-man band. Francisco, I'm not seeing the lag on my started my modem. So if I see it on my end, I can say it. But if I'm not, maybe that's on your end, because I see myself talking and moving just fine. So I stopped the last chat and restarted it, and my video on my end is looking better. But I'm just so frustrated. I mean, Zay and Allen miscommunicate. It could have been a touchdown. Benjamin alligator armed a couple of plays before. Could have been a touchdown, but thankfully he got to Zay again. It was just terrible. It was just terrible. I mean, it really, and I have critiques for everything. I really do. I have critiques. I was pissed at McDermott for blowing a timeout in the first half on that fake fake fourth down. Either go or don't go. Stop with this bullshit with the fake hard count. You got who runs like a gazelle. Runs like a gazelle. He's not like a pussy runner like EJ Manuel was after he got hurt. This kid just, you know, doesn't give a shit. So, dude, Corey, did you not see the ability? Like, or do you just always try to find a silver lining to be negative? If you want to live in that world, bro, you go right ahead, because that is a miserable place to be. The kid looked good today. He was the best player on the field today for both teams again. So what do you want to say? Say different. And nobody can deny it. Nobody's the best player on the field today. His physical, his talent is ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, Shady, I don't know. He just, it's the offensive line just looks like, you know, we know what this team needs. You know, let's just be real. We can be critical of the game, but at the end of the day, it was tough sledding, because, and the Bills moved the ball. They moved the ball from the mid to the end of the first half. They were moving the ball. You know, the special teams just killed themselves. The special teams just killed themselves. You know, they just really helped. They just really cost this team the Bills. They just really cost this team the W today. They really, really did. They really cost this team a win. Then you know what? You're what, Corey? Again, if you want to be negative about every little thing, go. How was Baker Mayfield? Do you want to bring him up, or are we doing that? We're playing that game. You want to compare rookie quarterbacks? You want to do that? Okay. How was Baker Mayfield today? They lost. He missed some throws. But he still made a lot of plays. He's the only reason the Bills are in this game. He's not getting hit on these runs, Francisco. That's the thing. Because they're playing 30, 35 young players. What do you want? Every time, every week you come in, whether they win or lose, and they haven't won as much as they've lost, and you find a reason to be like live in this toilet bowl of a world where it's just like doom and gloom. If you want to watch the Rams or the Chiefs offense from a rookie quarterback that has no players around him hardly, an offensive line that got hurt because a player went nuts and one got injured that they just gave a contract extension to. So if you want to live in that world, dude, you go right ahead and live in that world. You sink yourself down that toilet bowl because it is a shitty place to be. And I know pessimistic, glass half full people. Quarterbacks are going to get hit, bro. Quarterbacks get hit. I mean, when people want to say you can't put him in, look at the hits Brady takes. He gets up. Brady gets crushed. He gets up. So, I mean, if quarterbacks, you want to just put bubble wrap around, they're going to take hits. Quarterbacks takes hits. And if you want to put a 240-pound quarterback in bubble wrap, then why do you have him? Why did you draft him? Quarterbacks are going to take hits. And the play at the end of the half was I don't mind the interception there. Again, I like the aggressiveness. Go for it. I would have went for it on 4th and 2. You're 4 and 7. Go for it. Go for it. That pissed me off. Just don't waste the time out there because it would have been nice to have a timeout when there was 5 seconds left or whatever it was on the at the end of the half. You know, and Corey, what's there to be excited about? They're doing this with a rookie. Why you can't compare what Tyrod? Tyrod was 5-6-year player. Doesn't have the physical talent, the arm talent that Josh Allen has. Come on. I question easily. He miscommunicated with Zay. The one pass to Robert Foster right there, just a step too, just a hair too, and Clay not running back to the ball. Maybe the throw could have been better. Allen was running for his life. Yeah, special teams, offensive line. But the Bills lost. But again, I mean, I'm excited for the potential Josh Allen show today. And I know this is like, he made some, but he's a rookie in his sixth, 7th game starting, and we all got to keep that in the context. We got to keep that in the context. He's a rookie in his 7th game. Where I'll see games like this make me irritated because I think about what I go back and I think about, and I shouldn't do this because what's done is done. The thousands of reps that were wasted on Nathan Peterman and AJ McCarron this offseason. All those reps that were just wasted on them when it should have been Allen who was getting all those reps. Allen should have been getting off those reps. You know, it's just terrible. Well, who are you going to play? Who are you going to play? No, I don't recall. I mean, Trent had his day. He had a little run there. He was more, but it was what it was. You know, these guys, I mean, Benjamin it looks like a bad move. Again, Corey, you're the Nathan Peterman fan. I don't even know what to say to you sometimes, because the things you come up with are just like, you'll support Nathan Peterman, but you'll sit there and throw shade on Allen. So I don't know what to tell you, man. You believe in Nathan Peterman, so you go ahead and you root for those guys, because I don't even know if you're a Bills fan sometimes. I just think you're an in-between pessimist who doesn't know what to do with themselves. You're just so you're out there. If you don't see this kid's physical ability, if you don't see his physical ability, I don't know what you see. If you don't see that he was the best player on the field today, I don't know what you see. Oh, wow, he got workouts. He got workouts. Wow. What? He got a workout. Wow. You got a workout. You got a workout. Corey, I'm gonna let you be negative on your own, bro. If you wanna add like some context, like if you of some throws, that's fine. But if you want to go into these quiz where everything is negative, like, well, when they got, he's terrible. The guy's a terrible quarterback. He's gone. Bye. You know, Corey's been a view. Corey's been a good. You know, he follows. He's been a view. Yeah. Again, to the game. These players that are on this roster right now, Clay, they've got to play some guys. Clay blocks. He doesn't do much else. He looks like a shell of anything he ever was with the Bills, and he's gone. But I'm going to talk about the guy who's going to be here. I'm going to talk about the guy who's going to be here. And that's number 17, who showed that he has the best physical ability on the field for the second straight week. Yeah, Corey's not a troll. He's just a beaten down Bills fan who doesn't know how to see something positive when there's something positive to be seen. I'll say that, because when you've never saw anything good at the quarterback position, it sucks. And it really sucks that they couldn't come out with this win today. It was on the silver platter for him. There was missed opportunities, but the kid's a baller. There's no doubt about it. As long as he stays healthy, well, the reason he called the referee a bitch is because if you watch on the touchdown to Stills, if you're able to rewatch the game, he gets horse collared. He gets horse collared around the he gets horse collar. He literally is like getting like his, like when you ever see when they're blocking and the guy is like already gotten leverage, the defensive end's gotten leverage on the tackle and he's going underneath him. He had him around the head and was just handful of jersey. He's trying to run through it and he couldn't. And it's just a hair late. Again, this game goes down to a bunch of missed opportunities. They lost, but the kid that's going to eventually drive this machine looked good. He looked good. Granted, he made some mistakes, but again, how many times do I have to say this? He's a rookie quarterback starting his 7th game. His 7th game, for Christ's sake. We critique these quarterbacks. It'd be like me bitching about Baker Mayfield. If I'm a Browns fan, Baker Mayfield threw 3 INTs. So what? He's a rookie. He's going out there throwing the ball. He's still trying to make plays, get a team that's got a losing culture to win. The Bills broke the drought, but they still, for the most part, are a middling team. Not as bad, not near as bad as the Browns and stuff, but still, you know, it's. Oh, the ref called him a bitch, Trevor? Oh shit! See, I didn't know that. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Yeah. Again, Eric, I understand it. Yeah, I got hurt too, Francisco. When Tremaine went down with his knee, I didn't know if you know what, I didn't. I'm not able to rewind it because I watched the game on the internet and I didn't see it. I didn't see the and the league. That's the league. That's the league. I mean, he looks like a young John Elway. He does. I watched Elway play. I'm old enough. I know I'm the oldest person in this room. And, you know, at 40 years old, I'm lucky. 41 this year. I'm lucky to have been seeing Elway play in a league that didn't have the quarterback. They didn't even have the design runs for quarterbacks like they have now. But he really looked – that's the comp I would say, because Kelly didn't have this type of movement ability. He couldn't run like this. And I don't even know if he ever had Allen's arm. And Kelly had his arm. And it's a long way before I compare him to Jim Kelly. Don't get me wrong with throwing ability. But Jim Kelly played his whole career with, you know, he fucked up his throwing shoulder pretty bad his senior year at Miami. It completely separated shoulder, had to have surgery in a time where those surgeries were 50-50. And, you know, he never got to see Jim Kelly play with a full-on throwing shoulder, throwing arm. But, again, I'm encouraged from what I've seen today from Allen, and it's always about Allen. Thanks, Matthew, for the link in the room. And I'll check on that. I believe the ref called him a bitch. I'll believe anything when it comes to this league. I mean, this is the same league that just ignores interviewing people who beat women, who know videos that exist about women getting beaten, but they don't bother to interview any parties. They just kind of hope the video never reaches the light of day, and they sweep things under the rug. Some of the I'm all over the place here. I'm sorry. I'm excited, but I'm pissed, and I'm optimistic all in one. Like, I'm excited about what I saw from Allen today. I'm optimistic about the future, but I'm just so irritated about the shit from the refs. The special teams was terrible. Corey, you're not old enough to have watched Elway play. That's the problem. You're not old enough to have watched him play. When you watched him play, the style of play, the improvisation, the running around, that's part of his game. Cam Newton runs. That's part of his game. That's part of his game, and he's always going to be part of his game. EJ was supposed to run. That was supposed to be part of his game. So it's just he's the same style of quarterback. He was never. I remember. Now you want to talk about like going back. I remember in 1995 when the Broncos hired Mike Shanahan. Now Elway at that point, you got to understand, is a 13-year veteran. 13-year veteran. 13 years. I remember early in the season he had a problem. No, EJ was EJ's not in the league. He wasn't handicapped. The only person that handicapped EJ was EJ. And he couldn't. He had a hard time picking up the West Coast offense because it was a timing-based offense. He was a time. Because they were under a different regime. I'm not comparing those years. I'm not comparing a team that didn't have ownership, that had a bunch of people in the building that were psychos and that were just so paranoid about anybody. I'm not comparing those years. I'm not going back. I'm not doing that. You know what? I hate to say it, dude. It's true. A lot of that is true. About the league being full of, drunks, cokeheads, people who are, just they're a lot of them are loose cannons. Not all of them, but it's a shame that happens. I don't understand the point there, but I'm not going to address it. If you want to be critical of Allen Corey, that's fine. But you wanting to cite, oh, this guy, he's not handicapped. Marone handicapped himself, and EJ played himself out of the league, so that's on them. But I remember watching Shanahan. Well, he's trash and Marone's trash. But Mike Shanahan, he had a problem picking up Mike Shanahan's offense. He was a 13-year veteran. A 13-year veteran had a problem picking up the offense. I remember that. I remember that was being talked about. He had a problem with the timing, the rhythm, because John Elway was an improv quarterback. He ran around. He made plays. He got the win last week, and you criticized him, dude. Go back in the chat last week. Now I'm going to go after you because you're a hypocrite, Corey. You came in this room, and you criticized everything Allen did last week, correct? Did they win? Correct. You came in the room after they beat the Titans. You criticize Allen. They got the win. Correct? So I don't know where your line of demarcation stops and starts. When they get the W, you want to pick over Allen's stats. Allen had a better day, played very well, was the best player on the field again, but now you want to find, oh, well, they didn't get the win, so I'll throw everything out. So it's I'm not gonna go back and forth with you every comment, because it's like you have your mindset. You don't like Josh Allen, maybe you like somebody else during the draft, or you're just the eternal pessimist. And yeah, he missed the field goal, missed an extra point. Oh, it just Hauschka was he had his worst game as a Bill today. He had his worst game as a Bill. Hauschka, that whole special teams, and if they, again, Danny Crossman's job came under fire at the end of 13. Marone was friendly with them, kept them. Apparently, it's just at the point maybe he needs to be moved on, because he didn't. It's been so bad this year. The special teams has been atrocious this year, and that is being nice. Well, I mean, special teams has one job basically, and that's don't have turnovers. Will the Bills bring back Charles? No, he's gone. He's gone. He's gone. Charles Clay's gone. And that's it. So yeah, I don't know if they'll draft all offense, but they need to get some offensive players in here that have a pulse. That's for sure. They need to get players that want to play, or players that are just dialed into what's going on. Some players with a pulse, because he's not. He's just. You know, he's playing. He's almost in a lot of ways, he's a one-man band. Zay's making plays, which is nice to see. I was hoping they would get Kroom involved in the passing game. That really never happened. Isaiah McKenzie made a few nice plays in the passing game, but he muffed the punt, which resulted in a touchdown, and that's inexcusable. That's inexcusable. And you know, the amount of young players this team is playing, it's the most in the league. I think it's 30 to 35 new players, which is, you know, on a game day roster, 47. And the senior players like Lorenzo, Kyle, Jordan Mills, LaShawn McCoy. So they're playing a lot of really, really young guys, and a couple of their best players. Hyde made the interception. It's just a great throw by Tannehill to get it to Stills there. They held him in check pretty good, but when they got in the red zone, they gave up touchdowns. It was just tough. You know, will the Bills re-sign? No. I know that has to be a joke. Yeah, I mean, young players, they make mistakes. I mean, I haven't seen Edmonds making any mistakes lately. Edmonds has been solid as a rock in the middle, made plays in the run game. Trey White was solid. Gave up a few, but I mean, it's a passing league. What are you gonna do? But I'm just excited for Josh Allen. I really, really am. Like, I know maybe I'm just grasping at straws. I saw a lot of ability, and I saw a lot of potential, and I'm excited about the potential. That's what it is. I see the potential. And I saw some growth today. Like, he stood in the pocket. He made plays. The touchdown to Zay, the one pass to McKenzie in the last play of the game. There was a pass that he threw right before the end of the half to Benjamin, and he ran all over him. They gave him chunk plays. And those are the things that the other quarterbacks in the draft can't do. They can't give you those plays. Baker can't give you those plays. Darnold can't give you those plays. And Josh Rosen certainly cannot make those plays. You know, I know you're just messing around, so I'm not going to talk about that. It's just you really would have liked to see them pull this one out, but they didn't. And maybe in the grand scheme of things, them having a better draft pick helps. But the kid really showed a lot of moxie trying to bring them back, got them down, was able to make the play. I mean, some players, they that's what they get motivated by. They play with the chip. McCoy did that, you know, about getting traded. He played with the chip about getting traded. So it's just what these guys are just crazy alpha males that play a very violent game, and how they motivate themselves or don't motivate themselves. But yeah, I thought it was a week. I mean, he just kind of moved. I've seen more egregious things happen on the field. I've heard referees' mics get turned on. You hear guys cursing like pretty vile stuff. There's no flag there. So if a guy flips his heel, I don't know. It was a cupcake call. I mean, I don't know what to do there. It was just he ended up making a play, but again, Tannehill makes a great throw, and you know what? That just happens. That he made a great throw, and you have to just tip your hat to him there. But again, there's just a game of missed opportunities, and the Bills' special teams just terrible gaffes, and I don't know what they're going to do there, but they need to get some players around this kid. That's what they need to do. I'm more interested in thinking about what they need to do. You know, yeah, he almost did. He almost did. That was the first Bills game I watched. That was the first Bills game I watched ever as a Bills fan. 89, Miami. Kelly running it in for a touchdown. And honestly, I thought he was going to end with him running it in for a touchdown. In my mind's eye, that's what I pictured it as. Yeah, culture, I don't know if it's a buzzword. I don't think it's a buzzword. I played team sports my whole life. I boxed my whole life from a young age. That was my first love. And I will tell you, if a gym has bad culture, like if one trainer hooks on with a fighter and wants to just use guys basically as human punching bags and doesn't look after their best interests and lets things go too far in sparring, and sparring turn into full-on fights. Or let's just say a trainer's in with a young fighter and he's all in with him, then he sees a younger, more talented prospect come into the gym, right? And he wants to like jump on, he's starting to work with him now. He's not holding mitts for you no more. He's spending all his time with this new kid. I've seen that type of culture get bad too. So culture is real. Culture can be real. So, I mean, I'm not going to say it is or isn't, but I mean, the penalties, I can live with some penalties, but the procedure penalties are terrible. The procedure penalties are terrible. And yeah, because we hear it so much. That's it. We hear culture so much. And every team says that. So it's just not the Bills. It's not just the Bills. Every other McDermott gets the whole I got to watch the tape flame. He gets the culture flame. Every fucking coach throws that around, whether it's college, high school, pro. The question is, it exists or doesn't it? I mean, there's some guys who've played themselves out of that culture. Your culture changes every year. This team got older in some spots, younger in others. It's tough. Again, I think after this game, they're probably going to be a little more past. To Wyatt Teller, a rookie. He had a rough day. And we forget, Deion Dawkins is only a second-year player himself. They lost their starting center, Bodine. He's been okay. He hasn't been great. He's been okay. Sherrills had a penalty early, but he seemed to settle down. There wasn't really much, unless it was Josh Allen running the ball. The Bills had nothing going on in the run game. That fumble that almost that almost killed him by Ivory, which was crazy. Dawkins fell on that. And players have to make plays, and that has nothing to do with, I mean, and some of these players, a lot of these players aren't going to be here next year. So I'm thinking about the one who is. Yeah, Mills has been here since 2015. So, I mean, that's nothing. That's nothing. So, yeah, I mean, Tomlin won Super Bowls, and, you know, he's got players like Bell and Ben, and, you know, he's got AB who makes videos. I mean, as long as you win, nobody gives a fuck, right? That's basically the thing. That's basically the thing. Honestly, I don't mind Mills. He's okay. He needs okay. They've tried everything, man, and they've tried everything. I want Hyde to try to like return one of those though, but I don't want him getting injured. I don't think the Bills want their captain in the secondary getting injured on a punt return. But they've tried guys back there. They've tried Murphy. They tried McLeod. They've tried McKenzie. It's just one of those years. It's just one of those years where they're snake bitten back there, man. It's just, and it's been all year. It's just been all year. There's just been a lot of spots, like the one cornerback spot that Levi Wallace played okay today. I'm not going to criticize the secondary. They got an interception. They gave up 3 touchdown passes, but you know, after you get a 3 and out and you have to defend a short field, it sucks. It's just they really need to. Should they make a? I mean, they're not going to make a play for Kareem Hunt. They're not going to make a play for Kareem Hunt. Yeah, inexperience. When you have 4 different starting quarterbacks, look at it this way: the Bills essentially have the same record as the Packers with Aaron Rodgers. The Bills have the same record. Have, you know, the same record as the Packers do. And some teams that supposedly have their quarterback. So when you start a quarterback, you know, 4 quarterbacks in a season, I will criticize them about the whole debacle at the beginning of the season, but I don't know how they could have trusted that guy to be the starter. But they did. I hate that Allen lost all those reps to those 2. That's it. But outside of that, he looked good today, looked solid. He played hard, played well. He, even with Tyrod, he might be the best running quarterback I've ever seen in a Bills uniform, and that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I didn't see any crazy runs. I didn't see any crazy hits that he took. He slid. He got down. The plays that he got kind of tagged up are in the pocket, and that's fine. Those are going to happen. Those are going to happen. So as long as he gets hit in the pocket and makes plays, I mean, or tries to make plays. So I'm not gonna criticize him for those. I'm not gonna get on him for plays or getting hit in the pocket, because all quarterbacks take hits in the pocket. I mean, when he made the big throw last week to Foster, he took a hit in the pocket. He stood in there, took a hit in the pocket. But I'm gonna get going, guys. It's early yet. I'm gonna let you guys go chill. Try to get your heads together, see what you thought. I'm sorry about the post game getting cut up because of the fucking modem and shit. But I appreciate you guys who come in consistently. Corey, KB, Trevor, all you guys. Yeah, Trevor, they need some youth. KB, Los, Joe, Matthew. I know I'm forgetting. Yeah, the Bills do have a decent linebacker core. Milano, the pass interference, I'll just say this before I leave. The pass interference on Milano was bullshit. Bullshit call. The Bills, how they not get a safety? How did they not get a safety? How? Instead of the Bills playing for a touchdown at the end, they're playing for a field goal, right? To tie it. No, to win it. would have been 19. It would have been 19-21. Shit. This guy hits a 50-yard field goal. They win the game. So just a handful of plays. Not culture, not this, not that. A handful of plays that just didn't go their way. But the rookie quarterback played well. I'm excited for him. Go Bills. All right, Joe, you enjoy it, bro. You deserve a few drinks. It was a tough loss, but you got to be excited about the prospects of Josh Allen. Peace out, guys. Love you too, Corey. You're a good guy. Try to enjoy the game a little bit. Stop thinking about the past. I used to do that. It's terrible. Peace out, guys. KB Beats, thank you. Joe, thank you. Eric, thank you. Trevor, thank you. Joe, thank you. Corey, thank you.